Well, welcome back to my line loco build in 5" gauge. So not a great deal of progress the last couple of weeks. I've done a little bit of work off camera, so we'll catch up on what I've been doing, and then we'll continue with the Smokebox Door Latches. In the next video we'll be looking at the chimney base, so that should be quite interesting. So I've added the vertical bar and the handle, and I've also put in an internal door frame. So when you close the doors, they go up against the door frame very nice. So when the engine's running and there's exhaust going up through the chimney, it draws a vacuum inside the smoke box, which pulls air through the fire. So it's important that these doors seal relatively well. If they don't, then we'll lose vacuum, which will affect the running of the loco. But these doors do come up against the internal door frame quite neatly, sort of very little or no gap. So I'm hoping that's okay. So if you've got an opinion or some experience on that, let me know what you think of whether or not that will be good enough to be a door seal. I know it's not perfect, it'll leak a little bit. If that's a major problem, I can make a ring to fit in here and just blank the whole thing off for steaming. I may put in some small bolts or small studs as a provision for that, just in case. The other thing I could do is perhaps put a very thin PTFE gasket in here, just to give something to seal against. Personally, I think that'll be fine, but like I say, if you've got an opinion or experience, let me know what you think. At the moment I think we're okay, quite like it. So the next thing we need to look at is the latches that keep the door closed. So these latches actually work as clamps, so when the latch is in place there's a nut clamps the latch down onto the door, so it keeps it tightly shut. And of course, to open the door you have to unbolt the latch, rotate it to open the door. But anyway, so I've got some 8 square key steel I can use to make these latches. The bolt will be 9BA, which is about 2mm. So before I do anything with this, I'm going to drill the hole in this bar on centre, which will be for the securing bolt, and I'm just using a wood parallel so that I can drill through and into the wood. Stick that in there. Make sure it's down. Okay, so we'll put that in the drilling machine. I made up this tiny little bush. It fits the centre drill. So the point of the centre drill does come below the bush a little bit, so I'm just going to put a bit of wood in there for the centre drill to squash into. Okay, so let's give this a go. So we'll locate the bush, and there we go. There we go. So that's captured the vise. Okay, so that's clamped down. There we go. Okay, so 2mm drill. Pretty good. Okay, so now we just need to change this square section into a rectangular section. So now we just need to bend the handle portion over. So I've got a bit of bar with a hole in the end. I can just put in there and bend it round. But because this is case steel, not very malleable or ductile, I'm going to heat it up. So I haven't been having a great deal of luck with these parts. I ended up making these latches 3 times. This is version 3. I went from a 9BA stud for this hole to a 10BA stud. I ended up making this handle portion a little bit longer than previously. I made 2 square nuts to clamp them down. I thought square would be more within the period of the engine. And then we've got some washers. So these are all ready for assembly now. So this is 10BA tapping drill 1.4mm. So I just used the chuck to get the top vertical aligned with the hole. I need to set up a much better system for tapping with these small taps. Otherwise I'm probably going to break one before long. not expensive. So I've got it lined up. Lock the quill. Okay, I'll put a clamp on this time. Slacken the chuck. And start topping. And this material is very gummy, so it's not good for topping. Very gently. Okay, I can lift the quill now. There we go. So I've got two 10x8 screws in there, threaded from the back. I'll cut these to length later on. So the first thing we want is a washer. So this washer I'm putting on is the same thickness as this piece here. Very carefully, don't lose it. That's it. Put on the bottom latch. A thin washer. And a nut. There we go. Thick washer. Thin washer. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. When you look at a photograph of the engine, the front plate is bolted on with some hex head bolts. I like to think originally those would have been square head, so I'm putting in some artificial square head bolts. So on the actual model, the whole of the front smokebox plate needs to be easily removed when steaming, so to get easy access for cleaning, etc. Even though we've got the doors on, that space is quite restricted, so I've maintained the ability to remove the whole of the smokebox front plate, so these bolts are just fake, just a representation. So to make this representation of square head bolts, I'm just taking the 5/64 or 2mm rivet and I'm milling the head square, and then putting it in place, cutting it to length and riveting it in. So the back is very slightly countersunk. Once I've got them all riveted in place, I'll file it all smooth on the back. So I'll just quickly show you that process.